90-Day Fiancee Fish said, we got to the States and I ain't heard from my African Nigerian husband since. I filed a missing persons report after 2 months. I got some news for 90-Day Fiancee Fish. Upper Pennsylvania Fish. She ain't gonna like it. But I refuse to lie. Alright, you white motherfuckers. All eyes on me. This is the I Refuse podcast. It's Mr. Fox, the I Refuse podcast. Once again, this close. Don't mind my ashy knuckles. I've been working out. Don't judge me, bitch. Judge your credit score. Mr. Fox, the I Refuse podcast. I'm back. Y'all keep sucking us in. And we have no choice but to talk about it. So, one of 90-Day Fiancee's most celebrated couples. We're not talking about No Neck Barney Rubble dude. We're not talking about the May-December a couple where he was like all of like 20-something years old, and even when she went over to his country, she was giving him money and and they were sleeping in tents and not seeing her a whole lot. We are talking about Pennsylvania Fish and Nigerian, I think, South African dude. Clearly polar opposites. Now, I wasn't locked into 90-Day Fiancé that much, but I remember this couple, the few times I would watch. And I was just like, y'all got to be unserious. So she, at the time, was pushing like 60, and her name was Angela Deem. Smoking everywhere, a little bit on the heavy set side, lived every bit of Pennsylvania, because I used to live up there, so I know. The episodes I saw, she was actually over in this dude's country, and he or she wanted to meet, the dude's friends. And they were laughing in her face and talking in their language, and she was getting agitated and pissed off, and because she thought they were talking about her and making fun of her. And they probably were. They were probably like, dude, you can't be serious. And, I don't want to be the one to be like, Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, the Blind Boys of Alabama can see that this whole show is international level kind of like scamming. And I can't believe years removed from like when like the older white military guys would do the brides for hire back in the day, go through a catalog and basically like use a service to buy a bride. Or, years removed from the whole email scamming thing, we'll send you certified checks. We just need your account. Those kind of things. Like, we actually are now in a time right now where another category of reality TV involves literally watching older white people buy into the romanticism and the glamorization of having an international lover or a person of international descent that is decent looking, that speaks a different language, getting wrapped up into that to the point that you will leave your house, leave your pets with your kids or with your parents or your grandparents to look like a fool on reality TV. It is so popular that you got, not only do you have 90 Day Fiance, but you have after the 90 days, before the 90 days, after the 90 days, the hot mess express leading up to the 90 days. But it doesn't register with y'all that, like, very rarely do any of these couples actually get to marriage. And, they have like town hall episodes and they have callers call in and live reactions. Like, it's a whole phenomenon. I'm just like, at this point, it's clearly only for the money. Now, I'm not saying that maybe like the American person is part of, the scam or whatever, but at what point do you say to yourself, yeah, this isn't worth all that? And I'm led to believe, like the rest of y'all, that this is real. It could be unscripted, but it's not uncommon for a person behind the scenes, behind the camera, to yell cut and influence one party to go about things this particular way for the next scene or whatever. I remember watching some of these earlier episodes and I was just like, where do you, in your early 20s, have the money in this economy to just be given to some cute dude that sounds nice and smells nice and who you probably met over somebody's FaceTime and over somebody's Zoom, and you pack up, leave the confines of bumfuck Nebraska or wherever you're from to go live in like a 4x4 square apartment with a dude. And the whole thing plays out on the show that not only was this guy never interested in you, he was actually just using you for money. Money that he like stockpiled on the side. And was spending it on other women. Something that was made known when you went to the after show or the 90-day special, and it came out. So, Angela Deem and this African guy, they were on 90 Day Fiancé so long. They got to be so popular that they kept bringing them back. Clearly, she was making enough money that she got plastic surgery, and I guess she thought that would help. Like, she got a facelift. She's not looking as Pennsylvania as possible, but she definitely had that face lifted. So she looks kind of more like, she kind of looks like one of Dick Tracy's enemies. I don't know where she went to get the facelift, but I hope she kept the receipt. But anyway, she was on 9 Day Fiancé for a while. I don't know how long. I was only on there. I only watched long enough to the part where she got on the FaceTime with her daughter, with this guy next to her, proposing that her daughter carry their child for her. And during that whole path to that, she came up with a little ditty, a little catchphrase that just kind of caught on to people that watch. I can tote it, I just need your egg. I would have never thought in my lifetime that I would hear the words tote and egg in the same sentence. But that's the catchphrase. So when I saw this story, I was like, I'm no Robert Stack, but lady, that man ain't missing. He just don't want you to find him. And this is probably one of the greatest scams. You know, it's nothing, and it's not uncommon to get money out of females, right? Like, you see the shit all the time on Dr. Phil where it's like, oh, I have this boyfriend I've never met, and although we've never spent time together, over the course of 5 years, I've sent this man $30,000 or $50,000 or $150,000. And I'm here on Dr. Phil for you to tell me that I'm an idiot. This man was not only able to stick in there long enough to have repeat appearances on the Learning Channel, and by that time, I'm sure you're making money per episode, but you kept this lady on the hook, probably under the guise that she was getting some good, long, deep African pain for a Pennsylvania fish. And that this went on for, I want to say, 3 or 4 years. Finally got over to the States. It doesn't look like it says they were married, but one thing I know for sure is if I'm going through a personal crisis, you won't catch me on IG Live. You won't catch me on IG Live, especially after y'all saw me on the Learning Channel, clearly being played. But, you know, I was stigmatized by the young African peen, and now I'm on IG Live sounding like this.
Johnny Yates and Cody, which is a good family of mine, they drove all night to get here. Michael's been missing since the 23rd. The police are involved. We can't find him.
Damn dog.
Can you hush, Lucy, please? Johnny, what is... I can't do this, Sean. Cody, I can't do this.
Baby girl.
I can't.
Baby girl.
Can you tell him how to get on the line with Johnny?
Of course I will. Hey, everybody. Sorry, I look like a mess. We drove like 14 hours like straight through to get here because anytime our aunt needs us, we're always here. John's actually on his live right now. It's John Yates 327. It's on YouTube. So go on there. He's
missing.
He's talking about everything. Michael's missing. Like, we have not heard anything. The whole police is looking for him from state to state to state to state.
Not the whole police.
So he's got what's that called? Like the beat,
The bolo, but now it's
bolo.
missing.
Yes.
It was a bolo, now it's missing.
Thank you. Yes, because when I talked to the cops before.
Child, not the whole police. From state to state. BOGO. I thought a BOGO was a buy one, get one. I know what an APB is. But sorry to break it to you. He's not missing. That man left your ass. And it's unfortunate because you hear stories like this all the time about, white women in the same age group. It wasn't that long ago that we were on the same channel talking about Alabama Correctional Facility fish. I don't know if it's something in the water or if it's years of loneliness or a midlife kind of thing. But when you get up to your 50s and 60s, you get into that vulnerable stage. You get into that vulnerable stage of life where you're either a target or you open yourself up for this bait and switch and this being fooled and everything. So I don't know if they are legal, like they got married actually before she brought him over here. Because if that's the case, he in the country good. Like if y'all got married before y'all came over here, oh he over here for good. And he doesn't have to fool with you. Like, I just don't understand how you're on a show, and I don't care whether you say you didn't see it or you haven't seen it in other couples, but those of us on the outside are like, that's what the premise of the show is. That's what the path is. Like, you got older women, middle-aged women, and women younger than me, just wool over their eyes. Just, oh my God, somebody cute and young is talking to me and is promising me all these things. And y'all get over to these countries and you're in one spot and they're in another spot, and they just show up to ask for money. Or, there was one episode where, like, she actually brought this young guy that she was seeing to meet her family at a fast food place. Didn't go too well. But it's like, can we please be serious? That man is not missing. That man left your ass, and it's so sad. It really is sad. You can put out all the things in the world for this man. You find him. What do you think is gonna happen? That's if y'all are married. If he's over here on like one of them visa things, and y'all are not married, you better pull a portion and be like, peace. Because I'll be damned. Like, you got to bring back dignity and self-respect in 2024, where it's just like, look, I got to choose me. I'm worth more than what the hell this, whatever you want to call this. Now, hopefully that was just the extent of the little IG or whatever. Because aside from the fact that those people don't know you, nor do they really care. I'm sure for most people that have watched 90 Day Fiancé, it's just comedy and pure entertainment and a nice distraction on a weekly basis from their shit. Like, the rest of us don't care. You reported this man 2 months ago after moving to America with the wife. Okay, so they are married. He had his plan set up from the very beginning. Like how how a person approaches their scam. You know, the other shoe. It's just a matter of when the other shoe drops. Like I'ma just stay in there for a little bit, and when we get married, and we get over here, I'ma bounce. Some guys just wait until the cameras show up, and the rest of us are watching this man take money out of you every time you see him. But it's like I said, it's very sad. Like, I know I'm jumping all over the place, but it's like this is one of those life lessons. Now you got people getting scammed over the phone. Y'all getting scammed on live television. And it's definitely living up to the channel it's on, the Learning Channel. Yeah, we are learning a lot. I really just my hope is for Pennsylvania fish and all of the 90 Day Fiancé fish that have been on the show, that are coming on the show. Like, bring back dignity and respect. That's all I'm saying. Just bring it back. That is all I am saying. So the tote egg lady is going down in shambles. Is reeling really bad, I guess. She better than me though. You won't catch me crying on nobody's IG, nobody's Facebook Live about this guy that does not care about you. Like, we gotta be a little bit smarter than that. It's Mr. Fox, the RFU's podcast. Wanted to get up here and talk to y'all about that. It was funny at first, but it's actually really sad. Like, my hope is that none of y'all, when y'all get that age, fall victim to this kind of shit. And it's not the Learning Channel's fault. I mean, y'all signed the paperwork to be on these shows. I mean, I think it's hella crazy that you're on a show like that for so long, and when it's over, you go back to Pennsylvania. Like I said, I used to live up there. Unless you're in Philadelphia and Pittsburgh, there's really not a whole lot of anything between the two. But like I said, she better than me. Won't catch me doing that shit ever again. If you're able to get out of Pennsylvania or you have an opportunity to get out, please do. And don't look back. In the meantime, I Refuse Podcast, Mr. Fox here, Season 5 out, wherever you get your podcasts. Usual Suspects, I Refuse Podcast After Dark is also available. Which reminds me, I need to produce a new episode for March 1st over there on the I Refuse Podcast After Dark. In the meantime, get ready for spring. Drink lots of water. And y'all take care of yourselves. And we will catch y'all later. Peace. Fendi, like the bag. This is the I Refuse.